And it was crazy because they changed Raiden in both of them, like Aunt Viv and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What's going on, everybody? We're back again with a new trailer. This time it is for Mortal Kombat 2. The second trailer. There was a previous trailer that came out, but by the time the first trailer came out, I hadn't started doing this YouTube trailer reaction thing, so I didn't get a chance to do it, but good thing they made a second one. So this is the follow-up to the first Mortal Kombat that came out a few years ago, where a lot of the focus was on Scorpion, almost making Scorpion more of like a protagonist, right? In the game, we've always known him as an antagonist. They had some cool actors in it, but wasn't my most favorite movie because like they tried to push a character that a lot of us didn't really know or recognize as like a main character as well. You know, that kind of threw me off. And you know what? I'm okay with new characters that you're trying to push, but it didn't do enough to really like draw me in to really care about him. But with the success of the first one, you know, apparently a lot of people liked it enough for them to make a sequel, that there's a sequel now. We also know that they're introducing more characters in this sequel, so we're about to get ready to look. If I'm not mistaken, it focuses more on Johnny Cage. So we'll see, and here we go.
You want to know what makes a hero? It's not destiny. It's not something you're born with. It's searching for greatness.
Johnny Cage,
Raiden.
you have been chosen for Mortal Kombat.
Then realizing you had it in you this entire time.
Yeah.
Whoa! I really don't feel comfortable letting a girl.
Don't worry.
It won't. Don't send me back. I want to go back.
The rules of the tournament are simple. Our fates would not be settled by the size of our armies.
Wow.
Be decided by combat.
I'm not some great warrior. I'm not some champion. I'm in this is a war. For the things that make no wars.
Oh, you.
Nate.
House belongs to me.
We get it!
Our only chance is to face this together.
Let's go, baby.
What was that? How you see it?
You, Johnny Cage, are part of this now.
That's it. And
It's showtime.
Steer over! That's it.
Johnny would definitely die.
Man.
Dun, 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 dun. If y'all knew that one, for the old people like me that grew up watching the original. All right, so that was Mortal Kombat 2, the sequel and follow-up to the first one. As you can see, the story's about Johnny Cage entering into the world of Mortal Kombat. And, you know, he's getting thrown into this tournament, which, you know, playing the game, you know, there's a tournament that you're fighting your way to the end. And from the originals, if you ever watched the original movies from back in 90, whatever, in the mid 90s, kind of the same concept. They were working, they got themselves into this tournament to fight the evils and et cetera, et cetera. And it seems like the same thing again. It looks like this tournament is ran by Shao Kahn. Now, Johnny Cage, played by Carl Urban. If you don't recognize him, he's also in The Boys. If you've seen The Boys, you know which one he is. Not a bad pick for Johnny Cage. I imagine someone a little younger, but personality-wise, it works. You know, Hiroyuki Sanada, he's back as Scorpion again, which is dope to see him. He's one of my favorite Japanese actors, and he'll make everything look good regardless of what it is. It looks like we're in a movie full of surprises, because depending on how close you are to the game and how much you love different characters, you're probably gonna see a lot of different characters on here. Like I saw Baraka which is crazy. I think we saw him in the original. Did we see? If we did see him in the original, he was in Annihilation. I remember the first one more than the sequel, but you know, both movies were there back to back, and it was crazy because they changed Raiden in both of them, like Aunt Viv and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, randomly too. But it is what it is. Like I said, the first one I wasn't the biggest fan of, but you know, for what they did, it was cool. At the same time, like the OG Mortal Kombat live action movies from the 90s, they weren't considered great movies either. But as a kid watching it, we thought it was the greatest shit ever. Looking back and watching it again, I'm looking at the graphics like, damn, I could do some shit better than that today by myself. I mean, aside from that, like, it was still a nostalgic movie series. I actually own them both on VHS right now. I should have put them on in the back, but you know, I didn't get a chance to go digging through my collection. You know, I hope that like these movies are for the young kids when they watch it. This is like the memorable thing that they'll remember when they get older. Like, I remember Mortal Kombat back when we was younger, and I know how much better production it is than the ones back in my day. You know, I'm not gonna try to hate on a movie like this because it's made for the fans, it's made for fanfare. I don't expect this to be like an Oscar award-winning movie. And I know this movie is about to battle the new live-action Street Fighter movie that's coming out, and I don't know how that will be. Watching the trailer of that one looked very comic booky compared to this one, so this one looks a little more promising than the other one. I still hope that this is still entertaining regardless. These are one of those movies, just like the Street Fighter movie. It's like, we know it's gonna be bad, but we hope that it still entertains and we'll still be happy about watching it, just because it's not too many video game based movies that are great anyways. There's a few, especially more recently, there's a lot of good adaptations of video games turned movies or TV series that are actually really good. If you're a nerd in gaming or in comic books or in anime, you always hope and pray that these studios understand and make it to please the fanfare. And you know, fanfare can be very diligent and going in on shit that isn't up to par to them. But you know, now a lot of days, a lot of these big studios, they're always targeting franchises now, or things that they can create a franchise off of, because that's like the big money pull for them. That's why you see so many franchises and so many movies where there's a sequel and then there's a third, fourth, fifth, and the list goes on. And this is one of those movies that can do that. But you know, I still miss movies where it's just the one-off movie. It's just made to be a single movie. And that doesn't happen too often nowadays because big studios, they want to make money. And taking a risk on an original story nowadays, it's a lot difficult for a studio to want to press play to produce because they don't know if it's going to make money or not. But you know, that's how filmmaking has been for the last like few decades to like more recently, maybe starting in the 2010s and then growing into what it is now. My suggestion is watch what you like, but also support those movies that want to be out the box and a little bit different, because that's what I enjoy as well. But you know, not saying I don't enjoy blockbuster films like this or films that are made to be for the big fanfare, for the big audiences to come out, but support all movies, not just this one. Support the small movies, support any movie that seems like it has a great direction of where it's going or what it's trying to show us or tell us or educate us on, you know what I mean? But you let me know, did you like this movie? Like, comment, subscribe, do all the whole nine. And until then, I'll see you in the next trailer. Peace.